Mike Murphy here, courtside at Brewer Gymnasium. Solo today, Tim Ritchie on assignment, Family Matters, and I want to thank Dave McKenzie for doing the women's game. It didn't end too well for the Lady Vols, as Wabash Valley, one of the top-ranked teams in the nation in women's basketball, beat Johnny Logan 130-60 in a game that was just completed. They almost didn't finish the game because there was some little chippiness at the end of the game, and a couple of players, a couple of technicals were called. But they did finish, and Luke Scheidecker club, who Luke used to be an assistant coach at SIU, his team got the win, and everything cooled down after that. So now we've got the Johnny Logan men and Wabash Valley. Wabash Valley is a 500 team, 10-10, 3-5 in the league, while Logan is riding on top of the league at 8-0, and they're 16-2. Logan has won 14 straight games. They are now tied for the number 2 all-time spot for consecutive wins in a Logan program. And they are tied with the 2018-19 Volunteers, who went 18-1 to begin the season. If Logan wins this one, they would pull into a number 1 ranked tie with the 2009-2010 Volunteers, who won 15 in a row, and 14 of the 15 were wins in the conference. So a lot of stuff riding on this game here today, as we will watch if the Logan Volunteers can continue their dominance in the Great Rivers Athletic Conference. We will have an interview coming up in just a moment with Logan coach Tyler Smith-Peters. As again, we want to thank Dave McKenzie for doing the women's game today. Matt Barney was scheduled to call it, but because of the Sparta Murfreesboro surprise yesterday at the Sparta tournament and Murphy losing, Murphy will have to play an earlier game today, so Matt was called to that one. And David McKenzie is on his way now down to Massac County, where Carterville will play around 4:15 if that tournament is running on schedule in a consolation game. We've got John A. Logan and Wabash Valley, and talked to Coach Smith-Peters, and he says this is probably one of the most talented teams in the GRAC. Despite a 10-10 record, despite a 3-5 record, they're coming off a 23-point loss on the 18th of January at Vincennes. They beat Shawnee on January 16th by 5. They lost on January 14th at Olney by 6, and they lost at home to Lincoln Lewis and Clark by 3. So they've got some bad losses on their resume. Logan, of course, is perfect on the conference side at 8-0, and their 2 losses on the year. Indian Hills beat them here on this home floor by 2, and then Logan lost early in the year to Northeast Mississippi. So that's where we are at the moment. The Logan Volunteers out warming up. The Wabash Valley Warriors warming up. We're going to pause for 1 minute. When we come back, we'll have the interview that Matt Barney did yesterday with Logan coach Tyler Smith-Peters. But first, this 1 minute timeout on the Logan Network.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
Talking to Coach Tyler Smith-Peters before today's game against the Wabash Valley Warriors. Well, the other shoe has to drop eventually, right? 14 wins in a row. I have to imagine you're starting to look around a little bit and say, when is this thing going to end, right?
I mean, if we keep doing what we're doing, we don't want it to end.
Right.
I mean, we're going to try. come in with that same mentality, and that's to win the ball game.
Speaking on that win streak, you are 1 win away from tying the biggest mark that Logan has ever seen. It would be 15. Last time that happened, Mark Imhoff was coaching 09 and 10. How cool would that be to be able to tie up that streak and have at least a portion of the longest streak in Logan history?
It'd be cool. I mean, credit to our guys. And they take care of their business on and off the court. And so, and like I said, Matt, I mean, we just take it one game at a time right now. We're focused on Wabash Valley and winning that game and doing what we need to prepare to win that game.
Well, we saw it earlier this season, a team that you beat and ended up going into a spiral for them the rest of the season. Three Rivers was that team, and it seemed to happen again with Wabash Valley. They were 7-1, I think, when you last saw them, and then since then they've gone to 10-10. And so this is just another team going to come into Don Brewer Gymnasium looking to jumpstart their engine.
Yeah, no, and they're really talented. I mean, they're a team that can definitely beat us. And so if we don't come in and be the hardest playing and toughest team, I mean, they are very capable of beating us.
Last time that you saw them, Q had maybe his biggest game of the season, 23 points and 6 assists. Was there something that he saw, maybe that he can replicate that again, or maybe that just a good matchup? What brought about that performance for him against Wabash specifically?
I mean, I think Q could do that night in, night out, just like we have about 7 to 8 other players that could do that. And that's the hard thing about guarding us. You kind of just pick and choose of who you want to stop or try and stop, and we have other guys step up. I mean, since then we've probably had 7 different leading scorers. So, I mean, it's just part of it, and our guys do a great job and are very unselfish. And at the end of the day, they don't care about how many points they score. It's about if we win the game or not.
And they out-rebound opponents at this point in the season. It's a +9 differential for them, and so that's a very dangerous team to be running into. Obviously, they're going through a rough patch right now, a real long rough patch with, like I said, they've dropped, 9 games since you last saw them. But at the same time, +9 rebound differential is something that can lead you to a win every single time out.
Yeah, no, and I mean, they're big, they're long, they're athletic. I mean, like I said, they're very talented and they're very capable of beating us. And we got to do a really good job, especially from the start of the game, of just rebounding. We call it a rebound war. We want to win it. And I think we've done a really good job in this stretch of winning these games, and that's a big part of it, is rebounding, not getting them second chance points.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Matt.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it, like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Get ready to take on Wabash Valley in a Great Rivers Athletic Conference tilt. Logan won at Swick on Wednesday night, the 18th, by 34. The last time these two teams played, and they have played earlier in the year, way early in the year, in November the 22nd at Mount Carmel, Logan beat Wabash Valley in that game plus 15. They beat them 82-65. And so since then, Wabash has kind of had a little bit of a tailspin, and that has happened with a lot of teams that Logan has kind of queued up, and then they struggle after the game. So we'll see what happens here this afternoon. Logan coming off a pretty busy week where they played last Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, and now Saturday again. And good crowd on hand. Sluky's on the road trying to get a win down at Springfield, Missouri against Missouri State. We'll try to get a final on that in just a few minutes. But here it's going to be Logan and Wabash Valley, and this is going to be a pretty interesting game when you look at the fact that Wabash is a more physical team than most of the other teams in the GRAC. And some of the scouting reports that you look at as far as Wabash Valley, Gary Clay, one of their starters, a 6'3 sophomore from Chicago, attacks hard, sneaky athletic, box him out. Brandon Razor Moore, 6'5 freshman from Louisville, Kentucky. Shooter, itching to pull it. 38% will put it on the floor, attacks hard. So all of these guys, the freshmen and sophomores, kind of the same story. Jacoby Hetty, long athletic guard, locate him in transition. He loves to shoot the mid-range jumper, and he hurt us the last time, and he did. He got a big game, and he had a big game the other night in the loss against Ben Sims. He got like 28 points. So you got to know where these guys are, and all of these teams that you're playing down the stretch here, even if you played them earlier in the year and knocked them off, you're still going to have to come up with something new, because every team that comes up against the Vols from here on out has a chance to knock off a team ranked in the top 10. Logan is ranked 6th, and the new rankings will come out on Monday, and the Volunteers will be on the road next Wednesday, I think, at Kaskaskia, if my schedule memory is correct. But Logan is doing it all, and they're doing it with a lot of different people. Omari Peterson, Kurt Lewis, Elijah Jones, Isaiah Stafford, KJ Debrick will be the starters. But you've got guys on that bench like Sean Smith, Elliott Lowndes, Justin Cross, James Dent, who comes off the bench averaging 9.9 points a game. Theon Nesbitt, Eli Downen has got some very, very valuable minutes at Wren Lake the other night. They wanted to put Lowndes in, but he had a T-shirt on. That wasn't allowed. It wasn't the same as all the other Logan uniforms. And so he couldn't go in. Downen jumped up, went in, and promptly got 4 quick rebounds and established Logan's control on the backboards. Rajon Bardot and Grant Jones have seen action too. So we'll see what happens here as the Volunteers just seemingly come out and take care of business. They don't, it doesn't bother them if they get way up. It doesn't bother them if they get way down. They just keep playing hard. And what's been happening recently is the Volunteers will get a run going, and you'll look up, and all of a sudden they'll be 12 to 14 points up on the opposition. So the Volunteers getting ready to do battle here, and we get ready to do battle here as well as the officials are on the scene here, and we are ready to go. The Logan Volunteers trying to tie a record, a school record for all-time consecutive wins. They have 14 in a row. They would tie with 15. And we're going to have the starting lineups here in just a moment as we get ready to go here on a Saturday afternoon in Carterville. And somehow the national anthem starts to play again. We've already had that once. And there's the horn, and hopefully that'll get us ready for the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Johnny Logan College, home of the Volunteers.
Wabash Valley comes in 10-10, 3-5 in the league. Logan 16-2, 8-0 in the league.
Against our own Logan Volunteers.
Starters for Wabash Valley: Gary Clay, 6'3 sophomore, 180-pounder from Chicago, Illinois, Rich Township High School. Number 5 is Jacoby Hetty, a 6'6 sophomore, 190-pounder from Chicago, Illinois, Hillcrest. Hetty is the guy that averages 19.4 a game. Jalen Boyd, a third guard, 6'1", 180-pound freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, Ladue High School. Bandon Razormore is a 6'5", 180-pound freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, Jefferson High School. And Kayshawn Casey is the big man, 6'9", 260, Madisonville, Kentucky, North Hopkins High School. And that's the way Wabash Valley will start, with the black unis, red numbers, red trim on the jerseys and the pants. More people coming in here as we get ready to start the game. Place filled up considerably fast. 6'5" sophomore from Louisville, Kurt Lewis, averaging 14.4 points a game, 4.9 rebounds a game. 6'1" sophomore from Gary, Indiana, Kamari Peterson, averaging 11.4 points a game, 4.3 rebounds a game. Elijah Jones, averaging 6.9 points, 4.9 rebounds a game. Fourth guard, Isaiah Stafford from Louisville, averaging 11.9 points a game, 3.6 rebounds a game. And KJ Debrick, a sophomore from Springfield, 6'10". KJ Debrick averaging 7.6 points a game, 5.5 rebounds a game. Logan averages almost 7 blocked shots per game, and they average almost 10 steals per game, with Peterson and Lewis, the king of that little burglary ring. They average almost 2 apiece per game. Logan comes in averaging 84.3 a game, giving up 68.1. That's a plus 16. Wabash comes in averaging 79.3, but while giving up 77.1. And that is not a lot of margin of victory there. Logan out-rebounds their opponents plus 9. Johnny Logan is out-rebounding their opponents plus 3.5. Logan 7-1 at home. Wabash 3-5 on the road. And here we go. It will be Casey jumping against KJ Debrick, and Wabash gets the tip. Over the timeline with it is going to be Boyd. Boyd goes right, ball popped loose, and Debrick steals the ball right off the bat. Throws it to Stafford. Stafford goes baseline, lays it up and in. That's what Logan does so well. They take the basketball away from you and score at the other end. Out front now, it's Hetty. Hetty being guarded by Jones. They go top of the key to Clay, back to Jones. Right corner, they swing it. Driving inside, trying to get free is Boyd, and pitches the ball off, and getting knocked down was Razormore, but they give the ball to Wabash, no foul. So we're going to let the boys play a little bit today, I would assume. Wabash will inbound, and they will throw it out high to their big guy. That's Casey. Now dribbling down into the paint area is Clay. Throws it back out on the top to Hetty. Long shot to try to prevent the shot clock violation. No good, and Peterson runs it down on the corner, throws it out to Jones. Elijah Jones back to Peterson. They go top of the key, and KJ Debrick thought about a shot. Instead, he'll turn and flip it back to Peterson. Peterson wanting a screen by Jones and gets it. Dribbles on the left side, 8 seconds, 7. Peterson hooks it in the lane, and Debrick with a jump hook off the mark, no. And the rebound comes down to Wabash Valley. Logan leads 2-0. Minute and a half in. The basketball on the right side is Hetty. He's in the lane and scooping. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jones. And I think they're going to call basket interference. Nope, they're going to call a foul on Elijah Jones. I didn't see that. I thought maybe they were going to call basket interference because Jones went up and got his hand in the net when he got the rebound off the miss. They rebounded in, Wabash does, to Jacoby Hetty. And he's going to drive, pull up at the free throw line. No good. Air ball. Rebound Stafford. Stafford pushes it up the middle of the floor. Stafford stutter dribble in the lane against 4. They block his shot. Coming the other way behind the back dribble is going to be Hetty. And to the top of the key, and they lob it in, and Casey has an easy layup down the lane. Deshaun Casey was left all alone, and the big freight train rumbled down to the crossing and laid one in. 2-2 the score. Peterson for Logan on the right wing, penetrates into the lane, bounce pass to Debrick, and on the right baseline from 4, he scored. Logan regains the lead 4-2. Just like that. And Debrick 1 for 2 now on the afternoon. Dribbling out front, but the basketball is going to be Hetty. Gary Clay has it. Bounce pass on the left side to the big guy Casey. He's going to try to back his way in against Debrick. And hooks one up short. Rebound Debrick. Outlet pass to Peterson. Peterson flying up the floor. Peterson is going to go around a pick, stop, and fire a 3 in and out. Rebound pulled down by Hetty. Wabash has it down 2. And going inside. Shot put up partially blocked. Trying to get another shot off. Instead, they'll throw it back outside, and a 3 ball by Clay is good. It's being tipped around the lane. They got it out to Clay, and he scored. Now behind everybody, they go to Elijah Jones, and as he goes on the left side of the lane, he's tripped up and goes down. Foul is on Gary Clay, his first on Wabash Valley as a team, and Elijah Jones is fixing his shoe before he gets up and strolls to the free throw line. 5-4, Wabash Valley has the lead. And Elijah Jones will shoot 2. Jones on the year, 57.6%. He nails the first one. It's always good to see those early free throws go in. Jones has another one coming, Elijah. 52.6 from the line. He dips it, flips it, and got it. So the Vols inch back in front, 6-5. Early on here, Wabash Valley and Logan. Wabash trying to give these guys a lot of respect. The basketball is Boyd out front. Boyd dueling with Stafford. Boyd goes on the left side, and Debrick jumps out to bother. They go to Casey, and he dribbles it off his leg, and Lewis grabs it. Lewis coming up the floor. Lewis is going to throw it right side Peterson for a long-range 3. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Gary Clay. Logan can't hit the long bombs right now. They lead by 1. We've played almost 4 minutes, and Peterson almost stole the ball away from Clay right in front of us. So Clay will inbound and throws it in to Boyd. Boyd out front against Stafford right in front of us. And Boyd is going to dribble down inside, spinning in the lane. Pull up jump, good. Jalen Boyd puts Wabash up front, 7-6. Jones out on the top to Stafford. Stafford faking, looking, jab step, backs out. Looks over at Lewis down on the right sideline. Now throws Kurt the ball. Kurt double teamed. Kurt's going to spin around a pick, go into the lane, down low, and his pass knocked out of bounds off of Peterson. They were trying to give and go on the baseline. Peterson said, my fault. Wabash gets the ball, leading by 1. Wabash Valley, 10-10. John A. Logan, 16-2. Mismatch on paper only. This Wabash club can play a little bit. Over the timeline is Jalen Boyd again. Trying to set a pick. Boyd at the top, now guarded by Jones. Inside to Casey. He turns and bounces it up on the iron and in. So Casey has 4, and they go inside to Debrick. Debrick is bottled up. He's trying to get free for a shot and can't. Goes outside, and a long 3 by Lewis, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Wabash Valley, and Logan is ice cold. Logan trailing by 3. Top of the key is Clay. Clay throws it to Casey. Off to Hetty. Hetty in the lane on a Euro step. Throws it up. No good. Rebound Stafford. Logan on the run. Stafford over the timeline. Stafford pulls up right side. Goes around a Debrick pick. Stafford's going to shoot a 3. Hello. That 3 pulls us even at 9. 14:40 to go first half here at Carterville. John A. Logan, 9. Wabash Valley, 9. On the left side with the basketball, Boyd. Back up on the top. They swing it down low to Casey. He's going to go up and, oh, blocked by Debrick. Rebound pulled down by Jones. Jones throws it out to Lewis. Lewis throws it through the lane to a cutting Stafford. Ball stripped. Casey had it. Debrick took it away. Throws it outside, and Jones fakes, goes to Lewis. Down on the baseline to Peterson. Give and go into Stafford. They knock the ball loose, out of bounds. Logan's the ball. Here comes Elliott Lowndes and Justin Cross in. KJ Debrick coming out, and Elijah Jones coming out. Now Logan's well on their way to that 6.8 blocks a game. Pass comes into Lewis. He's pulling up and firing. Short rebound by Lowndes. Can he control it? No. Wabash took it away. And running the other way with it ahead of the pack going up against Cross is going to be Brandon Razor-Moore, and a foul. Probably on Cross. Or do they not call a foul and just, yeah, they're going to call a media timeout first. 14 minutes to go in the first half. We are tied 9-9. Logan and Wabash Valley will be back in 1 minute.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Mike Murphy back here at Brewer Gym courtside. John A. Logan and Wabash Valley are tied at 9. And it will be Wabash Valley's ball. So there was no foul called. It is Wabash just inbounds it. And they have trouble and finally throw it out high. Catching there was Deshaun Nettles, who's in. And now the ball is knocked loose, and the big 7-footer Lowndes picks it up, gives it off to Lewis. Lewis gives to Stafford all alone, top side. Hello. Stafford with back-to-back threes, and the Vols lead 12-9 here at Logan at home. Or the Volunteers on their home floor. Solid 7-1. Driving in the lane is Hetty. Turns back to his right. In the lane, jump hook, no. And a late whistle and foul against Logan. They called it on the big 7-footer, Elliott Lowndes. It was a very late whistle after the shot was away. And you could hear the Logan bench groan a little bit. But stepping up to the free throw line will be Jacoby Hetty. He averages 19.4 points a game. He shoots from the free throw line 81.7%. And he drains the first one. That's his first point of the game, and Hetty averages 19.4. Hetty steps up, toes the stripe. His second shot is on the way and good. The Logan's lead is 1, and Wabash pressing. Cross throws it over the timeline to Stafford. Stafford with some traffic, and they're going to say the foul is going to be called on Jacoby Hetty, who nudged Stafford out of bounds in front of the Wabash bench. Now Stafford will inbound the ball. And gets it from the official, throws it in Peterson. 12-11, Logan has the lead. 13 minutes to go first half. They go to Stafford on the left wing. Stafford around a pick. Stafford in the lane, stops, gives outside to Peterson. Peterson swings to the left, now changes into the right, flips it up and in with a nice drive. Peterson gets his first bucket of the game with a nifty little stop-and-go drive, and it's 14-11. Now Cross is guarding the Wabash player Hetty out on the top. They go on the right side to Clay. Clay can't get past Peterson. That's going to be a problem all day, I can tell you. Now it goes out to Hetty. Hetty goes down in the corner, and they've got him double-teamed, and he throws it down low, and it's Clay spinning, putting a wild shot up, no, but it's tipped up and in by Nettles. Deshaun Nettles, who comes off the bench and averages 9 a game. Logan has the ball, trying to get against pressure, and the Vols lose it, and it's a stuff shot by Clay on a miss. Now the Volunteers trying to get it up the floor, cross to Peterson. Peterson throws it back to Cross, and they get it over the timeline. Back outside to Peterson. Q holding the ball. Right side it goes to Cross, back to Peterson. Peterson shovels it to Lowndes for a jumper. That's no good. Ball tipped up and in by, guess who? Kurt Lewis. Lewis gets his first basket on just a little baby tip in underneath. 16-15, Logan by 1. It's like Grand Central Station in front of us here. They've got 4 players ready to go in, 3 for Logan, 1 for Wabash. Right side with the basketball, driving in the lane is Boyd. He stopped, give and go, and he threw it right past his teammate and out of bounds. Here comes Elijah Jones, Sean Smith, and James Dent. Stafford, Peterson, and Lewis coming out. Sean Smith into the game. Well, this is when things usually get exciting. The ball is iron, and he's a magnet. 16-15. He takes care of this press all by himself. Dribbles it up over the timeline down the right side. Gives off to Dent. Top of the key to Jones. Left side to Cross. Inside to Dent. Dent comes out on the left. Gives the top of the key to Cross. Right side Smith around a pick. Sean's in the lane. Has it slapped away. Down low, Lowndes with a nice, easy wraparound pass. Give the assist to Sean Smith, and that was pretty. Just a little wraparound pass. And the 7-footer said, thank you very much. 18-15. Logan's lead is 3. Over the timeline with it is Hetty. Hetty is stopped at the top. Throws on the left side. It's Donovan Jones now inside and driving and putting it up with a wraparound lay-in is Razor Moore. Brandon Razor Moore for his first 2. Logan leads by 1. It is Dent with the ball around a pick. Dent kicks it in the corner. Smith is driving from the right side out to Dent. Swing it left side to Cross. Cross is going to drive in the lane. Back outside to Smith. Smith thought about the 3, changes his mind. Dribbling out on the top around the Lowndes pick. And he's going inside. Ball slapped loose. Sean Smith gets it back. Driving. Stepped away, but grabbing it and putting it up on the iron. No. Tipped in by Cross. They got that shot away just in time. It missed, and Cross tipped it in from the left. And Logan leads by 3 again, 20-17. The basketball is Jones. Jones in the corner. Outside, and it's a pull-up jump shot. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Lowndes pulls it down off the miss by Moore. Razor Moore, and here comes Logan. And Sean Smith controls it, gives it out front to Dent. Dent throws it down low to Jones. Jones is going to spin, take his man inside, left hand, throw it up and in. Elijah Jones has his first field goal. Logan's up 22-17. Bringing the ball over the timeline is Donovan Jones for Wabash. He stops, looks inside. They leave him alone. He'll pump it. From there, no good. Rebound pulled down by the big guy, Nettles, and throws it up and in. Logan's defense breaking down a little bit right now, and Coach Smith-Peter's not real pleased with it. Dent has it, pulls up, and shot is blocked, but he gets decked, and a foul is going to be called out on Jacoby Hetty, and that will be a second foul, and that will send James Dent to the free throw line. Question is, will it be for 2 free throws or 3? 2. So James Dent, an 85% free throw shooter. First one is money. DeBrick coming in, or Debrick, Lewis coming in, Lowndes coming out, and Cross coming out. Second free throw coming by James Dent. James hit it. So it's 24-19, Logan by 5, their biggest lead of the game. Logan pressing in the backcourt, bringing it up is Gary Clay. Clay goes on the right around a pick, hands off, dribbling now with it is Razor Moore, and he goes inside, and a travel as passed off to Donovan Jones, and he just tried to muscle his way down in the lane, and they call him for a travel. Here comes Jalen Boyd in, and the man that just committed that turnover is coming out, Donovan Jones. Wabash has pulled their press off. We have dipped under 9 minutes in the first half. Logan on top 24-19. Smith gives it to Dent, to Debrick on the right corner. Baseline to Jones. Jones spins away from his man, goes up, and he's fouled hard from behind. Boy, Jones got around him in a wink. Foul is going to be called on Traylon Trice, his first. At the free throw line will be Elijah Jones, where he's 2 of 2. He's a 52.6% shooter from the line. Free throw is around and out. Well, you had to figure if he's 52%er, he made his first 2, he's probably going to miss these 2. But I hope that I'm wrong. Jones flips it up and got it. So Jones has 5. Logan leads 25-19. I thought they had 26 a minute ago. Right side with the basketball is Boyd. Smith all over him. They go high post. That's to Kaysen. Casey's going to hand it off. Mishandles the ball. Finally gets it back to Clay. A double team, and Logan's going to save the ball and steal it again. Here comes Sean Smith. Throw it on the left side, faking. Inside it goes to Lewis. Outside to Smith for a long 3. Good by Sean. Sean was wide open and pulled the trigger. Wabash calls a time as they go down by 9. 8:01 to go in the first half. And here comes one of those patented Logan runs. Wabash trying to slow it down with a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
(28-19) is our score. John A. Logan leading with 8:01 to go here in the game. And the Volunteers, Sean Smith, putting on a one-man press out front against Jalen Boyd. Boyd slaps his hands away. Smith sticks his hand right back in there. Boyd on the right side going to go baseline, put it up. Nope, dished it off and threw it away. And here comes a pass ahead to Lewis for a jam, a monster. Lewis got ahead of the pack, and you know what that was? By Slamma-Jamma. 30-19 Logan. All of a sudden up by 11. And Smith still creating havoc out there. Boyd going to hook a pass inside. They throw it away, and Debrick has it. Debrick comes up on the dribble and leaves for Kurt Lewis. Lewis throws it off to Sean Smith for a 3. Nope, that won't go. And the rebound, Casey of Wabash Valley. Off to Jalen Boyd. Boy, if that 3 would have gone down, this place would have gone bonkers. 7 minutes to go first half. 30-19 is the score. With the basketball, Casey down inside, a long 3, no good. Rebound pulled down, and Casey's going to get a stick back inside. Nettles. Deshaun Nettles. Logan by 9. Smith around a pick by DeBrick. Throws the basketball off to Dent. To Lewis, who's driving inside, backing in, now coming out behind the line. On the top to Dent. Dent throws the ball left side to Smith. Smith faking, driving, sees a crease, going to go in, stop, fade away jumper, in and out. Oh, that'd been pretty if it went. 30-21, Logan has the lead. Nettles throws on the right side to Hetty. Hetty throws inside. That's Casey. He spins inside. They're going to call him for a hook. He did. Official spotted that. He wrapped his arms around him. Takes on Casey. And he wrapped his arm around KJ, and that is illegal. Timeout called. Logan leading 30-21 with 6:21 to go. We'll keep it here as the Volunteers continue to push this game forward. Now they call it a media timeout, so we'll step aside for a minute. Logan leads it by 9, 6:21 to go first half. Well, the Volunteers are up by 9, 6:21 left first half. And here come the Vols. As the Volunteers, Peterson drives in the lane, hands off to Lewis. He pulls up and fires over the top, no short. And the rebound comes off to Wabash Valley, who trails by 9. We dip under 6 to go. And out front it is Boyd. Boyd throws to Casey. Casey has to toss it back out front. They go on the right side, driving in the lane and losing the ball, throwing it out of bounds, and Logan calls that turnover again. I think it was Peterson who got his hand on the ball down on the baseline, and the Wabash player grabbed it and then tried to whip it through the lane about shoe top level and went out of bounds on the other side. Here come the Vols, up 30-21. This hasn't been picturesque, but the Logan Vols have forged a 9-point lead. Peterson dribbling to the left side and gets a screen from Jones. Peterson dribbles to the right side, gets a screen by Debrick, throws it outside to Stafford. Stafford in the right corner, right baseline. Stafford underneath and outside to Jones for a 3. That's pretty. Guy 6'8", shooting outside like that, that's criminal. 33-21 Logan. And outside dribbling the basketball for Wabash Valley is going to be Hetty, and he's trying to get in the lane. They cut him off. He gives it to Casey. Casey starts inside, gets stopped, and now it is Boyd, and a long shot outside, no, and Debrick has another rebound. Gets tangled up with the Wabash player. They untangle. Here come the Vols. Lewis to Stafford for a 3. Bomb, it is no good. Tipped in by Jones. Jones was hanging in the air high above the rim, and he said, let me help you out. 35-21. Volunteers, their biggest lead, and they've held Wabash to 21 for quite a while. About 7 trips down the floor. 4:20 to go. They go Casey, the big man, high post. Casey takes a couple dribbles, hands off, and trying to circle the wagons, and they get it off on the left side, and a long 3 bomb. That's an air ball, and I don't know why KJ tried to save it, but he did. I think that was, maybe he thought it was touched by a Logan player, but he threw it off the leg of one of the Wabash Valley players. So 4:13 to go in the first half. Logan leading 35-21, and Logan's ball. Wabash going to press. Pass comes in to Stafford. Stafford has Jones in the backcourt. Lewis up around the center line. Stafford gets it over the timeline by himself. Throws it to Peterson. Peterson holding the ball waist high. Peterson's going to come around a pick. Drives in the lane and kick it in the corner to Lewis, who will just shoot it. Yes. Lewis down in the corner, and they weren't paying much attention to him. He said, oh, heck, I'll just shoot this one from behind the white arc. It's 39-21 all of a sudden. Logan on one of their patented hypnotic trances. Casey has it. Trying to move inside. He jars into Debrick. Back outside. They swing it on the right. Driving, and the ball goes out of bounds again off the foot of Jalen Boyd. Logan causes another turnover. Wabash averaged about 16 turnovers a game. They're going to have pretty close to 10 in the first half. Logan has it, and a 38-21 lead, 3:22 to go. Wabash starting to talk to themselves a little bit now. Peterson dribbling over the timeline. Peterson goes to the top of the key around the pick by KJ Debrick. Now down and sets a pick. They slap it away. Peterson's going to fake the drive inside, flip it up and in. Peterson has 4, and boy, that was some sleight of hand. 40-21, 19-point lead. Driving inside, putting it up as Nettles. No. Logan gets the rebound. Debrick off to Peterson. Peterson fakes, drives, kicks it out in the corner. On the top to Downen. Left side he goes to Lewis. Lewis is going to drive, lean in, bank it up, and good. He just went in between 2 players and had enough oomph to get it up in the basket. And 1 player hit the deck. 9 for Lewis. 42-21. Logan continues to push it. Right side with the basketball is Boyd. Down in the right corner they go. Trying to get to the baseline. Pull up, fade away, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Logan. And I think they're going to call Yeah, Kwamari Peterson checking him off so hard that he backed him into the mats out of bounds. That's the first foul on Q, and it will give Wabash the ball back out of bounds underneath. Throwing it in will be Jalen Boyd. Boyd fakes left and throws right in the corner to Clay. Clay to Casey, back to Clay. Clay in the lane, lean in, put it up, line drive, no, and a foul. Clay. Foul was on Isaiah Stafford, his first. Clay is now sporting a bandage over his left eye as he got a cut and had to leave the game. He's re-entered. He'll be shooting free throws. Gary Clay shooting a couple. Free throw, good. Clay now has 6. Logan leads by 20. Clay has another shot. Next free throw in is good by Clay. Logan's lead is 19. Malik Madison coming in for Wabash. He is a 6'9" sophomore from Sacramento, California. Logan has the ball and a 19-point lead. Stafford at the top, swings in to the top of the circle. Still on it, driving, flipping, up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Clay. Wabash on the run and driving in the lane, and they go down inside, and the guy just came in the game. Madison stuffs it. Madison didn't care who was down there. He was going up to flush. 42-25 Logan. 1:45 to go first half. Peterson right side, steps behind the screen. Peterson behind the screen again. Peterson goes inside, backs up. Now down the baseline, underneath, throws it up and in over his shoulder. With his back to the basket. Peterson has 6. Boy, that's a new shot. 44-25. 1:25 to go. First half here at John A. Logan. Logan against Wabash. Driving inside, and Lewis strips the ball and steals it. Q going in, and he's going to reverse layup. No good. Ball tipped. Lewis gets it and throws it in the corner, and it's Stafford out on the top, and Q has a 3. Nope. And the rebound pulled down by Jacoby Header. Stafford trying to slow his progress up, and now Peterson just jams into him right at the top of the key, and Q gets another foul. Kind of a deceptive type of game because the officials are really letting everybody play. Sean Smith going to come in, and Peterson is going to come out with 1 minute to go in the first half. They don't want Peterson to get his 3rd personal foul, and throwing the ball in is going to be Jacoby Heddy right in front of us. Heddy will throw it out, and it is Clay. Gary Clay for Wabash. Goes on the right, flips it back, driving down the lane, and a banker. Nettles, no. Getting the rebound from behind and putting the shot up. Blocked by Debrick as Heddy tried to shoot it up, and Debrick blocked it and brought it back down. Logan up with 40 seconds to go. First half. Logan 44, Wabash 25. Sean Smith fakes, gives it to Stafford, and he stepped out of bounds. Stepped on the sideline, I think, or out of bounds, right on the Wabash bench. Wabash will throw it in. They get it into Jalen Boyd, and up he comes. Sean Smith with the defense. 28 seconds. Boyd around the top of a Nettles pick. Boyd right side, throws it off on the top to Nettles. They throw it inside, and alley-oop knocked away, but Wabash gets it and scores again. As Jacoby Heddy gets the bucket, he's got 4. 8 seconds, and Stafford at the top gives it to Debrick. He's going to shoot the long 3, no good, and that's the end of the first half with Logan leading 44-27. Logan on top at the halftime break. Well, Volunteers had one of their patented runs. We'll talk with Coach Smith-Peters. He's heading over now, and we will put the headset on Tyler. Got enough room there, boss? As the Volunteers broke open this one with a patented Logan run about midway through that first half, and you did it with defense to offense again.
Yeah, no, and that's what we want to do. I mean, we start off a little slow, but that's our 4th game in 7 days.
Sure.
Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So, I mean, it's a tough stretch right now, but, I mean, they're playing hard.
Yeah.
That's all we can ask for.
Some of those shots are near misses. I mean, we've had at least 2, maybe 3 3-point attempts, rim in and out or roll out, and still you lead 44-27, and all you want is a good effort right here.
Yeah, no, I mean, we didn't shoot it well, but I mean, like I said, we're not worried about our offense. It's what we do on defense because we know we're going to score the ball. So, and the last 10 minutes, again, I think we did a really good job of getting stops and turning that into offense.
Yeah, you held them to about 6 points over the last 8 minutes of that first half, and they were stuck on 21 for an awful long time.
Yeah, no, that's credit to our guys. Like I said, this is our 4th game in 7 days. So, I mean, we know they're going to be a little tired, but you got to play through it. I mean, that's what the region tournament, you have 3 games in 5 days, and then the national tournament, you're lucky if you get a day off and you go 4 games in 5 days or 4 games in 4 days.
Right. Coach, thank you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
That is Tyler Smith-Peters as the Volunteers have a halftime lead of 44-27. We'll come back in 1 minute, run down the scoring.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is
back here at John A. Logan. I'm Mike Murphy. It's halftime. Logan leads 44-27. Let's run down the scoring. Logan being led by Elijah Jones with 10 points. He is 3 of 4 from the line. Quamari Peterson has 6. Kurt Lewis has 9. We're watching some of the highlights. And Stafford has had a good first half, too. He hit a 2 on a drive and then 2 threes back-to-back for 8. KJ Debrick, only 2 points, but he has got at least 2 blocks. And he has about 8 rebounds here at the half. Sean Smith came in and hit a 3. Elliott Lowndes hit a 2. Justin Cross has 2. James Dent hit 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Down and played, but did not score. Wabash is being led by Deshaun Nettles, who came off the bench to score 6. Gary Clay has 7. Jacoby Hetty has 4. Wabash is 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Boyd has 2. Casey has 4. Moore has 2. Madison 2. Nettles off the bench with 6. And Traylon Trice played but did not score. Volunteers, Sean Smith, one of his threes on the first half. And the Volunteers haven't shot it exceptionally well, but they have a lead, and their defense has been pretty stout as they've turned steals into points at the other end. And Logan leads it 44-27 at halftime over Wabash Valley. The Wabash Valley women's team beat Johnny Logan women 130-60 in the first game. Our thanks to Dave McKenzie for calling that before he headed south down to Massac County for a Carterville game that's going to be heard on News Radio WJPF coming up, in about 45 minutes if they're on time down there. Right now, Logan has a 44-27 lead. We're going to go to an interview that we had on Tuesday night Talking Vol Sports, in which we talked to the Logan assistant coach, Ted Andrews, and Logan strongman, Kurt Lewis. This was the second part of our interview, and let's hear it now.
Let's talk about, you're kind of in a position as one of the top players, not just on with Logan. There's so many top players with Logan, but you get the big signing to go to Mizzou. You're following Sean East, who was Player of the Year a year ago. You had Jamarian Sharp, who's now at Western Kentucky, Defensive Player of the Year. Then before that, Jay Scrubb. The lineage of this Logan program and what Tyler and what Kyle built and what Tyler, you're kind of the first cog in this program that Tyler's putting together. How do you like that?
I love it. I mean, I spoke to Cal about if I would have came with Scrub's year, I probably wouldn't have had the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? We would have been sharing. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been great either way. But I love it. I love it. I love that I came, and I love that I'm playing for Coach Tyler. Like, it's just a new, I won't say a new era, but just a new stage. Because it was Cal. Cal had his time. Now it's Tyler. I'm glad to be the first one.
What do you say to the younger guys that come in about the program and the tradition that's been built over the last 10, 12 years?
Great program. I recommend it to anyone, really. A lot of kids reach out, and I tell them, Logan, if you go JUCO, come to John A. for sure.
And a top program in the country. Top sure. Number 6 right now.
Yeah. We'll be number 1 soon.
Yes,
sure.
Yes, we will. That is Kurt Lewis and Coach Tad Andrews. Tad, it's been a lot of fun. If you watch the Vols bench and you see Tyler, he's the one that puts the mileage on the kicks when he's walking back and forth on the sideline. But Tad's the one you see that jumps up behind him and is barking at everybody there. But it's got to be a lot of fun for you to be on that sideline with this group of guys.
No, absolutely. And I think when I first got here, I learned that Logan basketball, just the program that has been, going on for years with Coach Smith Peters, with Coach Kyle, and then Coach Tyler, the energy that they have brought, and now I'm in a position where, hey, that's part of the job description. Bring the energy, get the guys ready. Because it's momentum, they feed off that. It's contagious, and I wasn't sure exactly coming in what my role was going to be, but our first jamboree, Coach Smith Peters, definitely let me know, hey, we got to have it. We got to be up and going and stuff, and so I figured out quick that was how he wanted everything to be, and just up tempo and had energetic stuff like that. But I know Mike Murphy, he asked Kurt, a couple questions. But first of all, that whole situation, or that whole dunk, that was on overtime. You might have asked that. Yeah, it definitely was on overtime. That was, talk about some pub. That was some pub right there, and that was cool to see. Kurt Lewis all over the internet, on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff like that. And I think that's what speaks for Coach Kyle and Coach Tyler. They put this program on a national. Everybody's paying attention to it. Everybody knows about it. Everybody. Logan. Yeah, that's in. So that's really cool to be a part of, and so. Other than that, it's great. I love it here. It's amazing. The energy, everything. It's couldn't be a better group. But also too, I think Mike Murphy said something to Kurt about last year's team and the teams the last few years compared to this team, and how Kurt was saying, yeah, no, this team has got it, and Mike Murphy, notices the last year's team that went to Hutch and stuff, and I think that has to do with the coaching. I think we have a better head coach this year and I'm just joking.
No.
But
we'll record that and send that off to everybody.
No, absolutely. But I think the biggest thing is it's fun. It's fun, and this is a winning program, and it has been going on for a while, and just to be a part of it is unbelievable. I mean, we're winning a lot, and I like to be around it, and it's a great atmosphere.
Well, this is a team that's won 13 straight. There's a big matchup tomorrow night. There is no doubt about it. On the road at Swick, everybody's got the arrows pointing at the target on your back, and you guys, you just seem like you go out there and you just know, take care of business. But this is a big game tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Swick, especially after their win over Vincennes.
Absolutely, yeah. And Coach Tyler, what he does a really good job at, and he's very humble about it, is he gets these guys to play. He knows what to say. He knows exactly. His preparation for games and stuff like that, I like to call it uncommon preparation. So, getting these guys ready and getting them to play, it's unbelievable. I mean, the stuff we've done before Christmas and how we're able to, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I know Mike Murphy said something about yesterday's game when we came out second half, I think, he jokingly said, hey, these guys, somebody got a lecture. And I thought that was funny, but no, that's Coach Tyler right there. Coach Tyler's getting these guys ready. Hey, this is what we have to do. This is our goal. Remember, does a great job reminding the guys this is where we want to go to. There's a correlation between this practice today and this game today to Hutch.
Absolutely. That's assistant coach Tad Andrews, Kurt Lewis with us. Murph, I'll give you the last question for the guys.
Well, I just wanted to, just say that tomorrow night's going to be a very tough game. We've had a lot of battles up at Swick, and Belleville's, well, we've had some pretty good luck up there the last few years. But don't give the guys a heart attack up there tomorrow, Kurt, and come out there and do that pity pat around for a little bit. Just come out there and squash them early and get up by 20. And no, don't do that, because you did that at that earlier game and you got up by 17 and lost that lead. Just come out and just methodically put them. Do anything you want, because you're the guy that's leading this team, and there's some great players along with you, Q, and you know who's becoming my favorite player, Kurt, is Sean Smith. This guy, he's like a spider on defense, and he's getting better on offense every game. And there's so many interchangeable parts, guys. I just wish you all the best. I got to go and do a high school game. It'll probably be boring after what I saw last night with you guys. But keep up the fight, and good luck tomorrow night up at Belleville.
I appreciate you.
That's Kurt Lewis and assistant coach Tad Andrews. Guys, good luck tomorrow night, and congratulations on the win last night. And we'll look for that 30-point game coming up on Saturday from Kurt, and we'll get all the highlight reels ready and get those posted. We'll help pump up the views on the Instagram and the TikTok and everything. Kurt Lewis and Tad Andrews joining us here on Talking Vols.
Yeah, and that's the interview that we conducted before the Swick game. So all that was Tuesday night before Logan went up and buried Swick by 34 points. We talked about Kurt Lewis maybe getting 30 points today. Jokingly, he's a long way off that pace. He's got 9 here at the half, but we've seen stranger things, and Logan did go on a big run late in that first half, as has been their patented MO, and they lead 44-27 here at the halftime, with Elijah Jones leading Logan with 10. Stafford has 8. Peterson has 6. Kurt Lewis has 9. Leading for Wabash Valley, Deshaun Nettles has 6, and 7 for Gary Clay. We'll see who starts the second half. Both teams out warming up. Basketball coming up on News Radio WJPF, AM 1340. Carterville's going to be playing at the Superman probably in about 15, 20 minutes from now on News Radio WJPF. If you ever get a final on that SIU game, Salukis were in the lead late down at Missouri State, trying to get another Valley win. They're tied for first in the Valley with Belmont. And we'll check and see if Southern was able to hold on to that lead. I think they had a 2-point lead with about 42 seconds to go. And I'd like to know if the Dogs got that victory before we have Logan deliver the knockout punch to Wabash Valley. Final score was SIU 61, Missouri State 57. So the Salukis win again and stay in first place, at least for now, in a tie with Belmont, as Logan getting ready to start the second half here against Wabash, and the Volunteers leading 44-27 at the half. Wabash wasn't at the line much, but when they got there, they were very good. They were 4 of 4. Logan Jones was 3 of 4, and Dent 2 of 2. So both teams shooting free throws well. Coming out for Wabash is going to be Jacoby Eddy, Jalen Boyd, Son Casey, and with that left eye stitched up, Gary Clay. Balls will start their same 5. Peterson with 2 fouls. Elijah Jones, KJ Debrick, Stafford, and Kurt Lewis. who's hiding down in that right corner. Everybody sees you down there, Kurt. Lob pass in to Peterson. Peterson comes over the timeline. Peterson throws it off to Jones. Jones left side Stafford. Stafford holding the basketball, looking, cutters. It's KJ Debrick. He's going to spin, move it in the lane. Jump hook in the lane, good. Debrick starts the scoring off in the second half with a jump hook. 46-27. Logan. Commanding lead with Wabash Valley handling the ball. Eddie throws it out to Gary Clay. He's going to go right side against Lewis. Can't push him. They throw it back outside to Eddie. Eddie's going to spin in the lane against Stafford. Logan trying to pick his pocket. Now one of the Wabash players goes down, and we've got a Wabash player hitting the deck, and there's going to be a foul called, and it's going to be on Kurt Lewis. Well, that was an odd series of events. One of the Logan big guys, that's Casey, just went down like somebody had shot him with a cannon in the lane, and then down over on the far sideline, Lewis was battling Clay, and then Clay went down. They're going to give Clay 2 free throws. He's 2 of 2 from the line, now 3 of 3 from the line. 46-28, Logan has the lead over Wabash Valley. Logan trying to win their 17th, 9th in the conference. Next free throw is good. A team that the Logan coaches say very, very talented, one of the most talented in the conference, despite their 10-10 record. Peterson throws it ahead to Jones. Jones over the timeline. They try to trap. Jones gets out of it, comes down the lane, kicks it in the corner. There's Kurt Lewis for a bomb. Yep. And they're trying to get Logan to come down and press the ball, as Stafford almost stole it on his own. Now they're going to let 29 on the shot clock is what they're wanting. It says 30. Now they have it set, and we're ready to go. Coming up with the basketball is going to be Boyd, and guarded by Stafford. Boyd trying to go around a pick. Now he's got Lewis in his face. They throw it into Casey in the left corner, and faking is Clay back into Casey. Casey's going to root his way down low and put it up and in. Kayshawn Casey has 6. It's 49-31. First 2 minutes in the second half. Kamari Peterson out front, directing traffic. They give it to Lewis. Lewis spins and will fire. In and out, no. Ball tipped. And they're going to call a foul over the back on Logan. Foul is on Elijah Jones, his second. Second team foul on the Volunteers. None whistled on Wabash yet. And driving in the lane. Oh, a block by Elijah Jones. When Jacoby Hetty tried to finger roll it up, they throw it through the lane, and Debrick wasn't watching, and it sailed right under his chin. KJ was just turning around as the pass came down the alley. And the Vols console each other for a minute, but boy, they don't stop running, ever. Pass comes in to Razor Moore. Razor Moore over the timeline, hands off. That's Clay. On the left side, Razor Moore bounce pass to Casey, the big boy. Casey throws it on the right side, and it is Gary Clay. Clay's going to fake, pull up, free throw line. Nobody buying that fake. They go into Casey. The big guy's going to spin around and throw it up and miss it. Rebound pulled down, but it goes right back to Casey. He misses again. Tip it over the rim, and Debrick has it off to Stafford. Stafford racing down the floor, going to put it up. Shot blocked, but there's Peterson. No, there's Elijah Jones, and he goes up twice and gets blocked and fouled on the second attempt. I'll give Wabash a little props there for the defense around the rim. The foul was on Brandon Razor Moore. That's his first, and Elijah Jones, who is 3 of 4 from the line, will be at the line. He puts it up and in. Jones has 11. Nice to see Elijah starting to get back in that scoring column, double figures. Logan leads by 19. Jones getting ready for another shot. Here it comes. Elijah flips it. It's good. Jones has 12. Logan leads 51-31 over Wabash Valley. Bringing the ball up is going to be Gary Clay, their point guard. He goes to the top, dribbles across the top, bounce pass inside to Casey, who goes down on his stomach, and they're going to say it was a push by KJ Debrick from behind. That's KJ's first personal. Surprising the way those two guys have been bumping at each other. Looks like two seals fighting over a grape. 51-31. The Volunteers on defense. Casey, the big man, hands it off to Hetty. Hetty drives, and they strip it away again. Boy, Logan is all over the place. And it's Stafford racing up the floor. Give it to KJ Debrick for a long three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gary Clay. Clay lobs it down inside to Casey. Casey's going to go baseline on Debrick and hooks it up and in. Deshaun Casey has 8 points. It's 33-51. They cut it to 18. Kamari Peterson goes into the lane and going to scoop it up. Missed the layup after all the hard work. And coming the other way, it's going to be Razor Moore. Razor Moore gets it off to Clay. Wabash Valley has it. Right corner, Razor Moore circling around in the lane. Pulls up, jump shot, no good. Air ball comes down to Stafford. Logan runs the other way. Stafford throws to Peterson. Back out to Stafford. Stafford looks a high post. That's where Debrick is setting a screen. Stafford's going to go right side to the basket, throw it back out to a trailer and threw it away. Here comes Hetty, and Debrick blocks the shot. Now spinning around Jones, that's going to be on Elijah Jones. Yep. That's Elijah's third personal foul. Debrick coming out. And Justin Cross coming in. And also checking in for the Vols is Elliott Lowndes, a 7-footer. Outside with it is Clay on the right shoulder. Looks at Cutters through the lane. They toss it down inside. And Casey's going to move against the 7-footer Lowndes, pushing everybody away. Throws it up and got his foot and got it in. Boy, he just was going to play twister until he got that ball up there. 51-35. I didn't even see a mat down there with those multicolored squares, but he was playing twister. Logan leading 51-35, needs some more points, and Lewis is in the lane and flying up. No, but Lowndes catches it in the air and drops it in. After the game, Lewis will say, well, that was a pass. 53-35, Logan. And driving in the lane is Clay, and they're going to call a hand check on Stafford. Stafford picks up his second. You can see why Wabash is so dangerous, because they can drive and have that explosive first step to get to the basket. Inbounds pass comes to Casey, and the big man's going to try to, he walked. Yeah, he's going to try to move against Lowndes. He felt like he had the leverage, but he took steps. So Logan will inbound, and it will be Cross throwing it in to Peterson. We approach the 15-minute mark in the game. Logan on top, 53-35. Right side it is Lewis. Lewis looks in at Cross. Lewis comes to the top, throws to Stafford. Stafford holding. Stafford takes a dribble, flips off to Peterson. Peterson around a pick, top of the key. Peterson in the lane, wrap around to Lowndes. He wasn't expecting it, and they steal the ball. With the basketball is Clay. Clay throws it out to Hetty. They swing it down in the left corner. And it is Razor Moore inside. It is Clay, now the big guy. Oh, and Kamari Peterson picked his pocket, and Peterson is going to drive and score hanging in the air. After the turnover, Peterson makes amends with a steal and a bucket at the other end. Logan's back up by 20, 55-35. Boyd throws it down inside to the big guy, Casey. He's just bulling his way inside over Lowndes and scores. Casey has 12. And Lowndes has a big bruise right in the middle of his sternum. 55-37 is Logan's lead. Peterson faking, drives into the lane, stops, turns outside to Cross. Cross will give it to Stafford. Stafford going to go free throw line, left side, stop, pop, and short. Ball tipped high in the air. Wabash comes down with it. Coming up with his Boyd, Jalen Boyd on the left side. That's Hetty. Hetty jab step, now inside, now outside to Boyd. Now they go to Clay, and it's almost stripped, and don't call a foul, ref. You got to call a tie-up there. Oh, I think they called a timeout, Wabash, because they knew they were going to lose the ball. They call a 30-second timeout. 13:37 to go. Logan leads 55-37. We'll step aside for half a minute.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
We're back here at John A. Logan as the Volunteers lead Wabash Valley 55-37 with 13:37 to go. Leading the Vols in scoring is Elijah Jones with 12 and Kurt Lewis with 12. Kamari Peterson has 8. Isaiah Stafford has 8. 4 for Debrick, 4 for Lowndes, 3 for Sean Smith, who has not seen a lot of action in the game in the second half especially. And I think that's partly because Peterson has been playing so well and has 8 points. But I'm sure we'll see Sean in just a moment. It is Wabash basketball out of bounds underneath. And they get it in to Clay. Clay for the Wabash club, hands it off. That's Hetty, and now Hetty's going to swing down the lane and throw up a wild shot. Banked it in, and a foul. Probably on Cross. Nope, it's going to be Lowndes, a 7-footer. So Hetty got the bucket and will go to the line for the and one. This could cut Logan's lead to 15 if Hetty makes the free toss. Free throw is up and no good. Fell off the front of the rim short. Peterson the rebound. Kamari over the timeline. Peterson on the right side to Lewis. Lewis fakes. He's going to drive. Free throw line. Backs out and jumps up. Fires an air ball. And it's going to be Wabash Valley's ball. And Lewis looks over to the Logan bench as if to say, I've never done that before. And I'd almost believe him. 55-39. Guy that big shooting an air ball? Can't be. From that distance? Or maybe if you didn't have any breakfast at all. The basketball is Madison, who got that big dunk in the first half. He throws it off to Hetty. Then they go baseline, and a shot put up, partially blocked. Rebounded, put up and in by Clay. 11 now for Clay. Peterson has it, drives underneath, and hooks back and scores. Peterson really showing some great moves on that baseline, making shots on both sides. That time he went all the way underneath and came out on their side and flipped it up and in. There's Clark driving inside. Passes it off, and it's going to be a block by Cross and Lowndes. I don't know which one got more of it. Here comes Cross. Cross throws it down inside to Peterson, and he was heading baseline for a jam, and he kicked it out of bounds. Here comes Grant Jones into the lineup. He has been with the team all year, but has just started seeing some playing time. He'll come in. And Deshaun Nettles is coming in, and they will take out Brandon Razor Moore. Also, I think Gary Clay's asking to be relieved because of that bandage over his left eye. He said he needs to get that tape back up. So coming in is Donovan Jones as the trainer takes Gary Clay back in the locker room for more suturing and taping. Sounds painful, doesn't it? 57-41. Logan has the lead. Wabash Valley has the ball. Driving outside with it and leaving it and throwing it away. And it is Peterson for the jam at the other end. Peterson putting on a show. He's got 12. And they call a violation on Wabash as the out-of-bounds man stepped over the inline to throw it in bounds. That's what Logan can do. They can just get you talking to yourself. They're going to put 20 on the shot clock and give the ball back to Logan as we dip under 12 to play. And they throw it out to Cross. Cross throws it to Jones. Jones throws it away down on the baseline, trying to get it to Kurt Lewis. Wabash will inbound. Stafford's going to put on a one-man press against Jalen Boyd. Boyd bringing it up the floor, getting near the timeline. Boyd throws it off on the left side to Hetty. Hetty going to the top of the key, pounding the basketball. Going to come down the left side, spin to the right. Pump fake, goes up, and he's fouled. Cross came down on him. Logan player slow to get up. No, they called the foul on Kurt Lewis, not Cross. That's Kurt Lewis's second foul. Sean Smith and James Dent getting ready to check in for the Vols. They will do this after the free throws by Hetty. First one is up, good. Logan will send in, and Kurt Lewis coming out, Stafford coming out, and Peterson coming out. Well, Tion Nesbitt comes in, James Dent comes in, Sean Smith comes in, and the Vols will play with these guys for a while, leading 59-43. Sean Smith handling it out front. I love to watch this guy operate. On the right side to Dent. Now they give it back to Smith, back to Dent. He's going to pull up and fire. Short. And it comes out long to Wabash Valley. They're running with Dent, the only guy back, and they'll get a layup at the other end. Hetty now has 10. Long shot outside, no. Cross saved the ball. And it's Peterson throwing it up on the rim, no, and a foul, a block, and Peterson. Was it Peterson or Dent that got to that ball? Yeah, it must have been Dent because he's the one that's rubbing his eye, rubbing his forehead. Peterson's out. Foul is called on Malik Madison. And at the free throw line will be James Dent, who is 2 of 2 from the line. Let's see if that magic continues. Free throw is good. Dent, a dead-eye shooter. He shoots 85.2% from the free throw line. Coming back in is the big guy for Wabash Valley, Kazan Casey, 6'9", 260. Next free throw by Dent is good, and that makes it 61-45. The Volunteers have the lead. Out front, it is Gary Clay. Goes to Hetty. Hetty wanted to go inside to the big man, but Jones has him bottled up for Logan. They throw it on the wing, and going baseline, cut off there by Jones. And a shot put up weak. No, Casey has it. Tion Nesbitt ties him up, and they say he went out of bounds. It'll be Wabash ball, as Tion went to the court to fight off the big man Casey. Wabash Valley ball. 10:40 to go in the game. Logan trying to win their 15th in a row, which would tie them with the all-time mark of consecutive wins in Logan basketball history. And they get into Casey, and he throws it up. Good, and a foul on Jones, who got there late. Well, Casey has 14. He'll go to the line. And big Casey has 10 of his 14 here in the second half. He'll step to the free throw line. He's a big, big man. Free throw up by Casey is good. Soft touch. Big man has 15. 61-48. Things are starting to get a little cozy in Brewer Gym. The basketball is Dent. Hands off, driving inside. They kick it in the corner, and a long bomb. Tion Nesbitt makes it rain. That's his specialty, and he drilled it in from the right corner. 64-48. Logan. Pass goes on the top to Nettles. They go to Casey, the other big man on the top. He goes back to Nettles. On the right side, Wabash has it. And driving in the lane, and it's going to be a jump stop and a left-handed hook, and up and good by Jalen Boyd. His second basket. Here comes Sean Smith over the line. Smith goes on the right. Goes around a pick. In the lane, Sean floats it up. It's blocked, but grabbed by Nesbitt, and he scores underneath. Nesbitt in the right spot at the right time. And Logan's up 16 with 9:30 to go in the game. And Smith trying to pick a pocket out near the center line. They get it off the Nettles. He's driving inside. They go to Casey, and Casey drops it in. Casey now has 17 points. Logan leads at 66-52. KJ Debrick going back in to stop this inside foolishness. Outside Dent goes to Cross. Cross flips it off to Nesbitt. Nesbitt bounce pass on the left side. And it's Smith pulling up for the jumper. Over the rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Clay. Wabash wants to run. Clay is stopped just over the center line by Smith, who has him cut off. Now Clay gets by him. Bounce past the Nettles. Inside, jumper, good. By Nettles. And it is 66-54. And they are now only down 12. Logan has it in the corner. On the left, on the top to Nesbitt for a three ball. Short. Rebound Cross. Logan keeps it. Cross will come up and shoot it. Short. Rebound pulled down by Nettles. They could get within 10. 9 with a three. There's a lob down inside, and Smith steals the ball. Throws it into Jones. What a nifty play by Smith. Now Smith throws it ahead, and Cross catches it up high, throws it off the backboard too hard, goes sailing out of bounds. Wabash comes down with a one-man advantage. Long bomb, no. Rebound pulled down by Nettles. Nettles falling out of bounds. Now he's going to dribble down on the baseline against Nesbitt. Throws it out on the top, and Clay shoots a three. In and out, no. Jones had his hand on the rebound, but coming across to take it away was Wabash Valley. And now it is Boyd off on the left side to Clay. Clay dribbling to the top, hands off. Stopping at the top with 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Somebody's going to have to shoot it. Might be Hetty. He's driving to left baseline, leans in, up, and got the foul on Dent. Dent bit for the head fake. And a timeout has been called, as everybody's going to sit and talk about it. And it's a 30-second timeout. Coach Smith-Peters not real happy about the way things are transpiring right now. His team still leads it, but no longer by 21. It's a 66-54 Logan lead. Back in a minute.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Second free throw coming for Hetty, and he scores it. He gets another. He's fouled in the act of shooting on the baseline, and now it is 66-55. Logan by 11. This could cut Logan's lead to 10, and he makes it. Don't go to sleep on these guys, Logan. 7:40 to go. They're 10-10, but they're playing Logan tough right now. Over the timeline, Sean Smith. Smith gives it to Dent. Dent holding the ball back to Debrick. Debrick inside, back outside. It goes to Dent. Dent's going to go baseline, pull up off balance, and no good, but he drew the foul. And Dent will go to the free throw line to shoot two. The foul is on Jalen Boyd. First foul on Boyd, and Dent will be at the free throw line. He did just what they did to him moments ago. Went to the baseline, gave a head fake, and Dent drew the foul. Dent, who is 4 of 4 from the line, free throw is up and good. Dent is 5 of 5 from the line. Logan up 11. James Dent's next free throw is in and out, no. So Logan leads by 11 points with 7:18 to go in the game. And Wabash Valley with a sense of urgency. Nettles in the left corner. Throws it outside. It's Boyd. Boyd throws it to Clark. He's going to go inside, dump it down low to Nettles, and Nettles scores. Logan up by 9. Over the timeline, Smith. Smith throws it outside to Jones. Jones dribbles on the left wing. Now Jones goes baseline. Jones going to spin, give it back outside Debrick. KJ's going to drive inside, and they call what? I think they're going to call a foul on Debrick. Yeah, offensive. He had his arm out, and he was just shoving everybody out of the way as he went down the lane. Debrick picks up his second personal. And the Vols are going to put the rest of their starters back in, and we have a media timeout at the 6:43 mark. And Logan's got a ball game on their hands. 67-58. Logan had put these guys down, but they didn't stay down. And Logan with some sloppy shooting and some turnovers, and here comes Wabash Valley. We'll step aside for 1 minute.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
Mike Murphy back here at Don Brewer Gymnasium, and Logan trying to hang on to their lead. It's 67-58. Wabash Valley has the ball. NFL playoffs, it is Kansas City leading Jacksonville 10-7. There's a backdoor play, and Logan rejects the shot. Lewis comes up with it, and Peterson goes baseline. Can't get loose, throws in the lane, and Debrick is going to pull up with a jump hook and miss it. Rebound pulled down. Elijah Jones goes down, entwined with Deshaun Nettles. And that's a tie-up. And Logan loses the possession on the alternating. Wabash gets it again. So 10-7 Kansas City over Jacksonville, but Patrick Mahomes has left the game with an injured ankle. That might change things just a tad. 67-58. Logan, and they got away with one last time down the floor when they blocked the shot. And Wabash is right in this thing. There goes Clay in the lane, off balance, put it up, no, got fouled. Wabash is driving on every possession deep into Logan territory. Foul is on Elijah Jones. That's his fourth. Here comes Eli Downen in for Jones. Gary Clay at the line shooting 2. He hasn't missed there today. He's 4 of 4. And he could get Wabash to within 7. Free throw, good. You know what they say about the Great Rivers Athletic Conference. It's a tough grind. Logan's been making mincemeat out of everybody, but here at home, where Logan is 7-1, suddenly they are staring at a foe that is making a charge. Next one is up and good. Clay makes both free throws. Logan's big lead is gone. They lead by 7. Peterson trots over the timeline. Q looks over there at Tyler Smith-Peters for the call. Hands off to Lewis, to Stafford. Stafford back to Peterson. Peterson is going to go around a pick. Peterson is going to step back and shoot a 3 and miss it. And the rebound is Wabash Valley. And Tyler Smith-Peters just standing and staring. Why didn't Peterson attack the basket? Top of the key, it's Boyd. Boyd to Clay. Down inside to the big man. Casey's going to spin inside. Put up a shot. No good. Rebound, Kurt Lewis. You're not going to get it from him. Lewis comes up with a dribble. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Logan by 7. Don't let this thing get any tighter, guys. Lewis at the top. I think Kurt's going to take over here, or try to. And Debrick sets a pick, and Lewis is going to drive inside and try to pass it off, and they're going to call a foul on one of the Wabash Valley players. That's Deshaun Nettles, his first, and Nettles couldn't believe it. And the coach is screaming that Lewis didn't have possession. And at the free throw line is going to be Kurt Lewis. The Wabash coach is really blistering the official that's out near the center line. Here's the free throw by Lewis. It's good. Lewis now has 13. That puts the Vols back up by 8. Next one coming by Lewis is on the way, and Kurt scores it. 14 for Kurt Lewis. Logan by 9. Still plenty of time, 5 minutes. Over the timeline comes Boyd. Boyd flips the ball out on the right side, goes high post to Casey. Back to Hetty. Off to Clay, and he traveled. He took an extra step. Lewis jerks the ball away from him and throws the ball over to Stafford. Stafford throws it to Downen, who'll inbound for Logan. Downen throws it in to Peterson. 4:40 to go. Peterson walks it over the timeline. And Debrick sets a pick. Peterson going baseline. Peterson still going. Throws it outside to Stafford. 15 on the shot clock. Stafford on the right side draws the man to him and pulls up and fires. It's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Downen. And a big offensive board there for the Vols. Outside to Stafford. The Carterville guys saved their bacon there. Outside Stafford. Stafford looks at Cutters through the lane. Now Downen comes out to set a pick. Stafford going inside, kick it outside, and a long three. That's no good. At the shot clock, Debrick fighting underneath with it. Gets the ball, goes up, and is fouled. Boy, Debrick and Casey were just fighting and wrestling with the ball. No whistle. And Debrick ripped it away from him, jumped up, and they fouled him. Second foul on the big man Casey from Wabash. And Debrick, who's not a good free throw shooter, 50% on the year, is at the line. First one good. KJ says, I'll show you I'm not a good free throw shooter. Murph, shut up. It's 70-60. Logan back up by 10. This would put him up by 11 if KJ sinks this one. KJ Debrick ready. KJ flips it, and that falls over the front of the rim and in. That'll shut me up, KJ. Way to go, baby. 71-60. Logan by 11. And Wabash wants a timeout with 3:53 to go. They want to set up some strategy. Here come the Volunteers. They have repelled the charge so far. Logan leads at 71-60. We'll be back in a minute.
My name is Leah.
Well, here's our situation. Wabash comes out of their called timeout, trailing by 11. Logan sends out Peterson, Downen, Lewis, Debrick, and Stafford. Elijah Jones on the Logan bench with 4 personal fouls. Wabash Valley has 25 seconds on the shot clock, and inbounding the ball is going to be Boyd. Out front to Clay. Clay to Boyd. They run the weave. And now Boyd going one-on-one against Stafford. Going to go baseline. Stafford trying to keep him between him and the basket. And he's going to turn and shoot it anyway and flip it in. Boyd has 6. It's a 9-point game. 71-62 Logan. Stafford over the timeline. Let's see what Logan's made of down the stretch here. Stafford going to go to the free throw line, go to Peterson. Peterson down low to Debrick. Debrick going to bring it back out, throw to Q. Peterson going to go baseline and tries to flip it up. It's blocked from behind. Peterson gets it back, throws it outside to Lewis for a three. No good. Rebound is run down by Stafford. Stafford got hit right in the schnoz. He comes out of there with it on the dribble and throws the Debrick back to Stafford. Logan has 13 on the shot clock. Stafford rubs his head where he got bumped. A minute ago, Stafford's going to go baseline. Come back to the top, step up and shoot. Nope, it's going to be a foul on Debrick. Debrick picks up the foul, offensive, just as Stafford stepped back to shoot it. It was an illegal screen. Offensive foul on KJ, and Wabash gets the ball with 2:53 to go. Time to play a little defense. Hitch up your trousers, fellas. Stafford outside guarding Boyd. They go to Deshaun Nettles on the top. He's going to drive. Oh, just throws Eli Downen out of the way with a forearm, and they call the offensive foul on Nettles. Good defensive position by Downen. And Nettles just took an arm and just shoved him halfway to Cambria. 71-62 is Logan's lead. Pass comes into Peterson. Peterson comes up being guarded by Jalen Boyd. 2.5 minutes to go. Logan leads by 9. Now it's Stafford out on the top. Now it's Lewis dribbling. Lewis is going to wheel down the lane and whip it back out in the corner. Down in for a three. Nope. But it comes out to Lewis, who drives, scores, and he's fouled. So Lewis has 16, and it bounced to him on the left baseline. He went inside strong, scored, and he got fouled by Jacoby Hetty, who picks up his third personal. So Lewis is going to be at the line. Coming in is going to be Brandon Razor-Moore. Coming out will be Nettles. And Lewis will step up to the free throw line, trying to put the Vols up 12. Lewis, an excellent free throw shooter. It is up and good. Lewis has 17. He's 3 of 3 from the line. He shoots almost 80% from there. Logan's up 12 with 2:10 to go. Wabash has it to Moore. Lob inside Casey. Casey going to muscle it in and out on the rimmer, and it comes to Downen. Downen throws it off to Peterson. Boy, Downen has been in the right place at the right time. Made some big plays for the Vols here. Peterson over the timeline. 1:52. Now Wabash going to double team. They'll throw it across court, and it's picked off. Peterson, a very bad pass. And driving inside going to be Clay. And Clay is going to be fouled, I think, by Peterson. Nope, they're going to call it on Lewis. That's Lewis's third personal foul. I thought it was on Peterson. He reached in and grabbed the ball, but going too fast was Gary Clay. He is 6 of 6 from the line, so don't expect much here, except makes. Free throw, good. He shoots 68.5% from the line. That's not exceptional, but he hasn't missed yet today. 7 for 7. Trying to cut Logan's lead to 10. Here it is. Got it. Oh, he's barely rippling the net. Now Wabash will press. Down and throws it in to Lewis. Lewis says, who's going to stop me? Over the timeline, Lewis. Lewis throws it to Downen. Downen has it stripped away. Downen had it taken away. And Clay's going to drive inside and throw it away to Peterson. Peterson gets it off to Stafford. Stafford comes over the timeline and a foul. That's going to be on Gary Clay. 1:22 to go. And that is the 10th team foul, 8th team foul against the Wabash Valley Club. And at the free throw line, Stafford. Elijah Jones coming back in. Eli down and out for the Vols. So Stafford stepping up there. He hasn't shot any free throws, hasn't scored in the second half. Free throw is up and in and out. No, he missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Here comes Wabash. 1:17 to go. 10-point game. And out front, it's Clay for a three. In and out, no. Ball tipped out of bounds. and it's going to be Wabash Valley's ball. Logan not out of the woods yet. 10-point lead with 1:10 to go. This is much closer than what you would have expected after Logan led 44-27 at the half. Pass comes out on the top. With it there is Hetty. He's going to spin inside, flip it up, no good. Lewis tips it off to Jones, ahead to Stafford. Stafford over the timeline says, let's slow it down, huh? Stafford goes racing down in the corner, throws it out to Lewis. Lewis throws it over to Peterson, to Jones, cutting in the lane. Stafford for an easy little push shot, good. Stafford has 10, and Logan almost picks the pocket of Jacoby Hetty in the backcourt, but it went off Peterson. Boy, they're good at that. Here comes Wabash over the timeline. It's Hetty, faking, driving, put it up, and in. Hetty now has 14, and they foul immediately, and Peterson was trying to get over the timeline before they committed the foul, but Gary Clay picked up the foul. His third, 9th team foul. So Peterson at the free throw line at 1-1. Peterson hasn't shot free throws all day, so this will be his first attempt. Peterson's free throw is good. Logan hitting free throws down the stretch. Good sign of a champion. Logan goes up by 11. 33 seconds left. Next one is on the way. Good. And Peterson, who's had a good offensive game, has 14. Now it's 78-66. Logan by 12. And right now, Wabash is looking for some threes, but they'll take it too. A double team and a shot in and out on Hetty. They tip it in the corner. Stafford has it. Comes out of there, throws it ahead, and it's going to be Elijah Jones, and he's going to score it. Jones fumbled the ball, but then got it and put it up and in the easy way for 14. Coming the other way, a long three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Elijah Jones, and he's fouled right underneath the basket. Fouls on Jalen Boyd. So the Volunteers have this one locked up now with 10 seconds left. Thanks to LeBlanc Production Group for the automatic replays on the monitor today. Elijah Jones can put a capper on a pretty good afternoon with 2 free throws. First one is good. Jones has 15. Peterson has 14. Lewis has 17. Stafford has 10. They get you from every direction, coming and going. Elijah Jones' next free throw is up and good. 16 for Elijah Jones. Final seconds of the game, and over the timeline, Clay going to scoop it up. No, rebound Lewis. Lewis will hold. Lewis will come over the timeline. Lewis will go in for the jam, but miss it at the buzzer with a windmill. The final score, 82-66. The Volunteers win it, and with it, they go to 17-2, 9-0 in the league, and they have now won 15 straight, and that will tie them for most consecutive wins by a Logan men's basketball team. That will tie them at 15 with the 2009-2010 Volunteers, who had 14 of their 15 straight wins were Great Rivers Athletic Conference wins. So the Volunteers can set a new record next time out. The Volunteers have won 15 straight, and they still are perfect in the conference at 9-0. We'll come back, wrap the scoring up, and have more as we continue here from John A. Logan. The Volunteers win it. Their 17th game of the year, 82-66. We'll be right back in a minute.
I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is
Here at John A. Logan, the Vols win their 15th in a row. They're 17-2, perfect 9-0 in the conference. Balanced scoring again, 17 by Kurt Lewis, 14 by Peterson, 16 by Elijah Jones, 10 by Stafford. Debrick had 6, 3 for Sean Smith, 4 for Elliott Lowndes, 2 for Justin Cross, 5 of 6 from James Dent from the free throw line for 5 points. Tian Nesbitt had a 3 and a 2 for 5. Down and played, didn't score, but had some big rebounds and some big steals. And Grant Jones got some minutes, and he did not score in the game as well. For Wabash Valley, they had 15 by Gary Clay, 14 by Jacoby Hetty, 17 by Kasan Casey, their big man inside, 6 by Jalen Boyd, 2 by Brandon Razor Moore. Malik Madison had 2, and Deshaun Nettles had 10 for the Wabash Valley club, who falls to 10-11 and 3-6 in the league. So the Volunteers continue to roll. They won 15 games in a row, and they'll next be in action on Wednesday night. And I think they're on the road at Kaskaskia College, if my memory serves. You got a schedule there or a pocket? We'll take a look as some of the fans leave here, and they're happy as the Volunteers sends everybody home happy as the Volunteers get a win by a score of 82-66. And it just keeps rolling for Logan. They had at one point a 24-point lead in this one, but Wabash Valley hung around, cut it to 6. Logan goes back out and wins it 82-66 as the Volunteers had enough to get the job done here today. While we wait for Coach Smith-Peters, who's on his way, we will take this 60-second timeout, come back and talk to the Logan coach.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Back here, it is Coach Tyler Smith-Peters after the Volunteers win 15 in a row. Now, that ties you for the most wins in a row in school history. That's got to be a good feeling. This was a strange game, though. You got out to a big lead, and then Wabash kind of came back on you a little bit.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think our biggest thing is we just got to keep playing no matter how, if we're up 20, 10, 12, 15. I mean, once you give a team some hope, I mean, their confidence goes through the roof. As we saw, they started hitting shots,
Yep.
and that's just, and it's hard to play at an elite level every game, and we got to get to that point.
Yeah, and you told me before the game that you thought this Wabash Valley team was one of the more talented in the league, and they were starting to penetrate, drive, commit, get you to commit a lot of fouls, and they got to the line a lot.
Yeah, no, and in the second half we weren't great defensively. I think we had 10 fouls in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like I said, Murph. I mean, we just got to do a better job of being consistent, and we've been really consistent the last few games. And to be elite, it's got to be every game.
Yeah. Balanced scoring again today. Jones leads you with 16, 14 for Peterson, 17 for Lewis. Oh, I guess Lewis led you in scoring. Excuse me, with 17, and 10 for Stafford. Double figures, and it's that balance that you like to see.
Yeah, no, and I mean it's hard to guard us. We know that we're not worried about offense. We know we can score the ball. It's what we do what we do defensively. And in the second half, I don't know how many points Wabash scored in the second half, but it's a lot more than we're used to.
Yeah. Yeah, they had 27 at the half. They ended up with 66. And so there was a marked difference from some other games, and they did make a run on you to get back in the game. But again, you're talking about, the fatigue factor setting in, and there'll be some people that'll leave today, and they'll say, well, Logan just kind of played with them like a cat plays with a mouse.
Yeah, and, I mean, we just got to have that mentality of we don't care who we're playing or what the score is, that we're going to keep playing harder than the other team. And I still don't think that we've had a game where we've put a complete 40 minutes in. And, I mean, that's a good thing. For how we've been playing, we still haven't had that complete 40-minute game. And whenever we do, it's going to be very scary for other teams.
Well, you got to lift. Tion Nesbitt came off the bench, hit you a three. He lied down and he had that turnover late, but he got a couple of rebounds, an offensive rebound. Lowndes continues to play well. You even got some minutes in there for Grant Jones today.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Murph, you saw him. I mean, that was a big guy down low.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bumping and all that stuff. And I mean, that was our fourth game in 7 days. So we're trying to move bodies just to try and keep people fresh to make sure that we were good. And they all did a great job. I mean, that's a hard task to do, especially with a dude that's 6'8" and very strong.
And Debrick only had 6 points, but 2 of those was from the free throw line, which is good to see him starting to click from there. But, boy, the blocks and the rebounds and the rim protection that he can provide, along with the 7-footer Lowndes, and now apparently Grant Jones, that means so much because a lot of those shots that Wabash had to throw up were altered or desperate.
Oh, yeah. And even Elliott. I mean, our guys are KJ, Elliott, and Grant, and even Justin. They do a really good job of just being in the right spot when they need to be, whether it's in the help position. And I mean, other than the second half today, I mean, I thought we've done a really good job of just walling up and not fouling.
Yeah.
I mean, just trying to make them finish over us. And KJ had some really big blocks in the first half. And that's what gets us going. I mean, like we say, we want to turn our defense into offense, and it starts with that.
Now, the next game for the Vols is Wednesday on the road at Kaskaskia. And we've always talked about the GRAC and how there is nothing that you can take for granted in the conference. So, but at least you don't have a game Monday. You get to rest a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think it's a much-needed day off for the guys. And, I mean, shoot, you know how it is playing at Kaskaskia. It's a tough place to play. It's a different kind of vibe when you go in there. So, I mean, we got to be ready to go because, I mean, Kaskaskia is good.
Yeah, and the volunteer, and of course, word spreads. I mean, with social media and everybody's got phones and recorders and word of mouth and everything else. But everybody knows you won 15 straight. Everybody knows you're 6th in the country, maybe even higher than that when the Monday rankings come out. So the next time you take the court, again, bullseye right on the back of everybody's jersey.
Yeah, no, every game we play is going to be a Super Bowl game for the other team. I mean, and that's what we tell our guys all the time. That if anybody beats us, it's going to make their season.
Yep.
That's what they look back on. And I think our guys are getting better at knowing that they have to come in and play as hard as possible because the opponent that we're playing, no matter who it is going to try and play even harder.
Yeah. That is Tyler Smith-Peters. His club is now 17-2, 9-0 in the league. They've won 15 straight after an 82-66 win at home over Wabash Valley. 8-1 at home now. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, no, I mean, we try not to lose at home. That's what you steal some on the road and win all of them at home.
Yep. Thanks, Tyler. We'll talk to you on Wednesday from Kaskaskia.
Thank you, Mike.